You're watching Zlatan Pachow. Good mid-afternoon.
Good mid-afternoon, guys.
It's nighttime. It's 5 o'clock, basically. That's nighttime.
Stop. So, Walmart trip. All right. You'll see I got some new protein cereal, which you'll see in a new video, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like $6 each. And then I got hand grips so I can climb stuff. That was
What are you planning on
That was
climbing?
like $6. Fences. One sec. I'll get back to that. So then, the total was $19.06. And like 2 seconds before, I'm like, Luke, want a Powerade or anything? He's like, no. 94-cent Powerade.
I clutched up.
20 flat.
By not getting one.
20.00. No, it was, but like the idea, it was
Golden Hour got me
flat.
looking good. Look at that.
Flat 20.
My lips.
It was beautiful because I didn't want change, and it wasn't like. Then I got. All right, I want to be able, when I'm playing tennis, if I hit a ball over, instead of running around to be like, oh, I'll get it, and run and climb the fence. So I got hand grips to work on my grip strength.
The fence is like at least like 3 meters tall.
Nah,
You're gonna look like a maniac.
They're like 12 feet tall. They're like 12 feet. That's like 4 meters. But no, I'll do it and I'll climb it and I'll climb down and I'll climb back up. You know, I want.
It'll be quite the side tennis practice. You scale the fence and jump into the woods. That will.
Not the woods. A kid freshman year, that I went to school with did that actually, and our gym teacher was like, "Don't do that," like, because she thought as a joke he was gonna climb it.
Yeah,
and then he like, bro, what are you doing? And then he like did it, and she's like, fair enough, but like, don't do that.
Yeah,
What's a hot take that won't get you canceled that you have? Won't get you canceled.
Andy Murray's winning the Miami Open. You heard it here first.
Okay, I think that who's the Russian guy that Putin made famous? Mendeleev. I think he. No, okay. He's a.
What do we think of Nick Kyrgios?
I think he's swag. I like
he's
Australian men.
I like how he just yells at people.
Nah, he's like our second singles player. Tennis week. What else? What's a hot take I have? I think that obesity is a choice. I can say that because I used to be fat though, right?
No comment.
That'll be edited out. When I leave in that'll be edited out so people will.
Yeah. What did we just say? Leave your guesses down in the comments. Did I say it? Did he say it? What was it?
Stand in the comments.
So that's getting cut out. Guys, guess what? Guess who just said it? I said we shouldn't do mid-afternoon opinions because we do these. We turn the camera on, like So
we're extreme.
No, it's not that. It's just no content. I wasn't going down that road at all.
What's an opinion?
My opinion is that you know nothing about music.
You know, that's honestly fair. I know a lot. I choose to listen to bad music, though.
That's what I was saying today. I'm not gonna name drop.
What did our band say? What did our band teacher say?
Our band teacher said.
The kid going to Berkeley. What did they have to say about my musical taste?
So the kid going to Berkeley. So basically, our music teacher, who I love a lot.
We both love.
Yes, we love him.
He won't admit it. He loves us.
Yeah. So basically, we were talking about which band class had the best overall music taste.
I'm in a jazz rock ensemble with a bunch of cracked people.
It's all the same. So
He's
basically,
in a small, like,
because Shane's block has quite a few kids, they said surely E block would win because they have the most kids. And then our teacher said, but Shane's in that class. He brings all of them down. And the kid who's like going to Berkeley next year said, please say that to his face. He comes in thinking he's all Mr. Music Man. And then, which I found quite funny. I was at the, and the teacher looks at me and goes, Shane, are you going to be doing guitar for this one? And my heart just sank. He called me Shane. I mean, the photography teacher has done that, but
that's so bad though, because I suck at guitar. I'm doing trumpet on the next time.
No way, actually?
Yeah.
No way.
Combined effort teaching me trumpet. I can play the scale.
I put so much effort to not name drop anyone. You just did 3.
No, but like, oh, sorry.
Have you seen the videos before? Yeah, I don't even know what's worse.
No, I'm kidding. So three people that play trumpet in my class are actually teaching me trumpet. So I joined band sophomore year, and I started on the xylophone because I couldn't do anything. And then I decided I wanted to do piano, and I still can't, but I tell people I can.
Have we said the name of the one that plays tennis? He's a year below me in my band class. Free blank.
Yeah.
We haven't said it yet.
I don't know if we should name drop people.
Yeah, no, we definitely should.
So, but whatever. But about him. Oh, I'll finish. So I play guitar. I can actually kind of play guitar actually. And bass is probably my best instrument because it's so simple. If it can always be simple. But say what he said about guitar when me and
he said to the band teacher, he's like, Mr. Band Teacher, think I'll be as good as Shane one day? But like, you kind of set the bar kind of low, mate, if that's what you're going for. But Mr. Band Teacher defended you.
What did
he said,
say?
You know what? He said, Shane did not know guitar when he walked in this band door at the very first day, and he does a good job, and he knows his parts. I have no complaints about Shane.
So I'm not good, but I'm always good for a random melody because I don't miss notes. And the reason I'm good at bass is because I can keep my that's gonna come out. Guess what was said,
guys. So there's been 3 things which have been cut out because we couldn't say it today. Guess who said them? Did one of us say all of them? Do we do a 2 and 1? Do we do 1.5 each?
No.
I feel like these videos is like what 90% of podcasts are. Like,
no, this is a podcast.
Because people think they're fun.
Let's call it the mid-late afternoon car podcast to make fun of podcasts. Because not all podcasts are valid. Like if there's a medical expert and like an interesting famous interviewer talking about like COVID or something or any disease, maybe that's interesting. But 2 random people that don't have any professional thing. Like, maybe they're funny, but listening to podcasts does not make you smarter. Saying, I listen to podcasts.
I listen to podcasts, and I'm an idiot, so...
No, but people think, like, oh, I listened to a podcast for 2 hours. But it was just 2 stupid people.
That would have been impressive.
It doesn't make you smarter.
That would have been impressive, like, 12 years ago.
Yeah, no, but Lizzo probably has a podcast.
I don't like Lizzo.
So now it just sounds like I hate female rappers. But my point...
It's turning into afternoon opinions. It's the
my point is, listening to podcasts does not make you smarter. Maybe if you listen to, like, who's a famous person? I don't want to... Everyone famous...
I listen to Happy Hour. That's pretty good.
I bet they're good, but, like, people say, oh, I listen to podcasts, thinking that they're...
Are they all British?
Thinking that they're smarter than everyone that doesn't listen to podcasts. Listening to Kendrick Lamar will make you think deeper than listening to like some random wanker's podcast.
No, it is a subject we've talked about, kind of the friend group, because and it has divided opinion. Because I have one. We're not gonna name it. One of my friends is like you.
Describe them.
You should start a podcast. It'd be too obvious. Like, you should start a podcast. And I've had a lot of people say I would be funny in a podcast, but I kind of take the stance like not everyone needs to start a podcast. Like, it can physically, you don't have to start a podcast.
It's like a YouTube channel.
It can be done.
Like the first people that like Smosh was nuts. Like PewDiePie, the How Do Animals Eat Their Food, that was great because it was new.
Not everyone needs a podcast.
Not every
I think people just set up a podcast for the sake of it. And my argument is that
some of Dad's old students have podcasts. He's like, oh, my student has a podcast. One of them is very successful, but like, and it got bought by like some big company. Yeah. But some of them are just people talking. Yeah, but you can.
But yeah, and I've always kind of taken this stance. I feel like if I start a podcast, it's just another, we started a podcast because we think we're funny. And when you say, we're just 3 friends having a chat in the description, but in reality you take it really seriously and you just kind of brand it as something not being taken seriously. So I just think that if
Logan Paul's is valid because he has a new interesting
because he has a really big pull, so he can get basically anyone.
Nelk's is kind of valid too. Like, I hate how Nelk affects kids, but Nelk's podcast, they get Mike Tyson on it. Okay. They get Mike Tyson doing shrooms. What interview, like Bradley Cooper? I don't even know if that's a person. That's an actor.
Anderson Cooper.
No, but who's the guy? Who's the guy that looks like Conan O'Brien, for example? Conan O'Brien's not getting Mike Tyson doing shrooms. Like, that's where the niche is interesting. But like,
yeah. So I've always taken this stance. I feel like if I had a podcast, it would just be like any other podcast.
Should we call this mid to late afternoon car driving podcast?
Yeah, just
let's call it a podcast.
But my friends seem to be keen on the idea. But then, like anything, and I'm not trying to diss anyone, I'm just telling the truth here, I would be the one organizing it. Because I organize everything, and then everyone loses interest 2 weeks later, and that would just be the podcast. It wouldn't even be good to begin with. So no, I will not be starting a podcast anytime soon.
Except for this one.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm
Thanks for listening
I'm a
to our,
co-host.
to
I'm a
our
co-host.
podcast.
Guys, please leave a review on Apple
Can you
Podcasts.
subscribe? Do you subscribe
Please
to
leave a review on
podcasts?
Apple Podcasts
Do you
because
like
it helps us
podcasts?
know what kind of content you do and don't like.
Comment the next
on the
podcast
algorithm.
topic, and if you want to be on it, if I know you.
Comment a topic and we will talk about it.
Dun, dun, dun.